Hey everybody, it's Preston here, aka Godzilla Hawk, and welcome to your Survivor Series review. Now, I did kind of mention this in the Q&A, but I did remove it. So a couple things. First of all, I'd say I'm not going to do any more AEW versus NXT Wednesday Night War stuff. It's kind of too much of a hassle, and honestly, I'm just never right in the right mood to talk about the Wednesday Night War. I mean, I'll still get my thoughts on NXT, AEW. I think they're both doing great, but it's just I haven't really been at it really be kind of just relaxing, doing my own thing. I'd rather just do regular Q&As again. And of course today, I also before there was a probably good reason or good chance that Brandon would not be reviewing the show tonight. I did not get a chance to talk about the show afterwards, unfortunately, but I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to talk about what the things I did like about the show, and what I didn't like about the show. So this is Survivor Series 2019 review. This was Raw, SmackDown, and NXT in three-way brand supremacy. So with that being said, let's go ahead and go over the card. So I have to talk about the pre-show briefly, but I'm not going to include the pre-show. So they did 19 Battle Royal. Ziggler Rude won. Who cares? That Battle Royal means nothing anyway. We had Leo Rush defending his Cruiserweight Championship. Only saw the last minute, so was able to see the entire thing. Rush retained. And then, of course, we had the Triple Threat Tag Team match, which was the Undisputed Era New Day and War Raiders, and War Raiders ended up winning. So I was fortunate was not able to see that entire match. So we have now 7 matches on the card, and for our pay-per-view, it actually ended a half hour early. Honestly, there could easily been a couple matches you could easily give more time to, and I'll talk about that. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start with the opener. We had the 5-on-5-on-5 Women's Survivor Series Triple Threat Elimination match. We had NXT with Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Candice LeRae, Io Shirai, and Toni Storm. Then we had Raw, which consists of Charlotte Flair, Natalya, Asuka, Kairi Sane, Sarah Lowe, Team SmackDown, Sasha Banks, Carmella, Dana Brooke, Lacey Evans, and Nikki Cross. Oh, okay. I'll admit right now, I prefer the 5-on-5. When I mean that, I mean just 10 competitors, not 15. I do admit I like that a little bit better. I just always prefer it that way. My personal opinion, it just flows better. It's just more fun. But I want to talk about these 2 Survivor Series matches because they're both, where I admit, were fun. I will admit that right now, they were fun. Although I still prefer the 5-on-5 regular matches. These were fun. So I will give them credit that these were fun for different reasons. I can't even go through the eliminations in this match because so much stuff happened. So I'm just going to list what happened here because so much happened. I can't even go through it. So apparently Nikki Cross was eliminated by Bianca Belair. Sarah Logan was eliminated by Bianca Belair. Carmella was eliminated by Charlotte Flair. Kairi Sane was eliminated by Sasha Banks. Dana Brooke was eliminated by Asuka. Asuka did not get eliminated. She just left with the whole debacle with her in Charlotte Flair show. She just left, Big Show style from 2014. Lacey Evans was eliminated by Natalya. We had Toni Storm being eliminated by Natalya. We have Bianca Belair being eliminated by Sasha Banks. We had Natalya being eliminated by Sasha Banks. And then we had Sasha Banks being eliminated by Rhea Ripley at the end. So one spot, there's much that happened. I can't really go move for move because too much happened. But there was a spot I thought Candice LeRae and Io Shirai were injured. Like they took a nasty bump. They seemed injured. And I immediately went, oh no, I hope they're not injured. And they were helped to the back. And we never saw them again. So we said, no, they're eliminated. So basically what happened was basically came down to Sasha and Rhea Ripley. SmackDown and NXT. Sasha and Rhea Ripley were going back and forth. It looked like Sasha was going to win until Io Shirai and Candice LeRae came out. And Sasha Banks, they got involved. And at the end of it, Ripley ended up winning with the Riptide and won for NXT. This was the right move to make. And you really think about it too, it's not just a whole NXT just needed to win. If you really look about all these teams, like all these women's, which honestly did you think had the better women's team? Like really, when you think about Raw, SmackDown, NXT's women's division, who really has the better women on their roster or their brand? If you say Raw or SmackDown, you deserve to get slapped in the face. And NXT clearly has the better women's roster, and it just made sense. They have a superior roster. I will stand by it. NXT has the best women's division in wrestling right now. And that's not including Stardom because I don't watch Stardom, but I know that's a bunch of tough, badass women over there. But in terms of like United States version, what I've seen, the women's division on NXT is the best women's division. They are red hot right now. They are everything you want in a woman. They can be beautiful. They can be competitive. They have clear stories. The people give up about them. Also, they still have match of the night at War Games. In my opinion, that was the most fun match of all of them. In that War Games match they had. Again, that's my preference. But you could say the men's War Games was great too. It was. It was a great match. That triple threat was great too. But I thought the women stole show on War Games last night. Like I said, for this kind of match and what I was setting up, I enjoyed it. I mean, yes, there's some sloppy moments, there's some botches, but again, you're going to get that from time to time. It's not going to be always clean sweep. You know, this is going to be nice and crisp. You're going to get, unfortunately, a few botches. And I'm glad you and Candace seen they're all right because that really scary. Because when I saw referees taking back, I went, "Oh no, please no, please don't." So thank God they don't seem hurt. They're not injured or haven't hurt anything yet. So that was great. But NXT won, which was the right outcome for that match. That just no way. I would not accept it any other way. Next, we got the triple threat match. We get Roderick Strong, the North American champion, take on the United States champion AJ Styles, take on Shinsuke Nakamura, the Intercontinental champion. I want to say this about the Intercontinental Championship first. If this title was a redesign of the WWE Championship, or was this title the new Universal title, this would have been 100% acceptable by me. As an Intercontinental Championship, however, the only thing I would honestly do is those 3 globes on the belt that you see on the main template. I would just color those in blue. I think if you would just color those blue at least, I would accept more. I don't mind the black strap. I like the design. It's a brand new design. My only critique as an Intercontinental Championship replacement, just adding the blue. If you would just add blue in those globe areas, I think it would stand out a lot better. That's my only thing. Other than that, I don't really have a problem with the belt. It's just as an Intercontinental Championship, I'm so used to that white strap, very unique, colorful, bright, classic design. It was just gorgeous. It didn't really need to be changed. But, you know, I know they were going to eventually change it. There were things works about it, but, you know, they went with a brand new title. I don't hate it at all. Again, I just think they should need to tweak it a little bit, and I think it'd be great. I think it'd be perfect. So I want to get that out of the way right now. Let's get on to this match, though. This match was great. I thought Roderick Strong, AJ Styles, and Nakamura would kill it, and they did. I don't know if this was match of the night, though. There's probably one other match I thought was better than this, and we'll get to that one next. But this was a great match. Near fall to near fall, hard hand strikes. This is exactly what I figured it would be. Again, this is kind of selfish of me. I did kind of wish this match was a little bit longer, but it's me. But it was given enough time. It was over a little bit less than 17 minutes. So it got good enough time. So it wasn't like this match was too short or anything like that. It had some cool moments, some near falls. I'm going to say this right now. I thought AJ was going to win this. I thought AJ was going to win this. Hands down, he's got a United States Championship match, title defense against Humberto Carrillo. Tongue twister there. Against Carrillo on Monday. We're also here to give him momentum back. He's going to win this match and go on to fight Carrillo on Monday. Now they made Nakamura because he just had the new Intercontinental Championship design. He could win. I was not expecting Roderick Strong to win. I don't think anybody was really, but Roderick Strong not winning after AJ Styles hit the. I think it was the Styles Club. I think it was. I think it was the. No, I think it was the phenomenal forearm. He hit Nakamura with the phenomenal forearm. He looked good, tried to go pin, but Roderick Strong got back in the ring, shoved them out of the ring, opportunist style, and Roderick Strong not winning. No Undisputed Era, nothing. Sami Zayn got involved a couple of times with Nakamura, but that was about it. No Undisputed Era, no OC. Roderick Strong won clean. he won clean for NXT, so NXT got another victory, which was very shocking. I did not expect Strong to win, but they gave him, and you know what? I ain't complaining. That makes him look strong, makes him seem like a legitimate threat, makes that North American Championship seem relevant, which that is a great looking belt. So I got really nothing else to say. I thought this triple threat match was a great match. It was fast paced, had hard-hitting styles to it, near falls. It was fun. I enjoyed this match a lot. Next match, we have Adam Cole versus Pete Dunne for the NXT Championship. I want to say this right now. This is the first ever time the NXT Championship has ever been defended on a WWE pay-per-view. So Adam Cole, Pete Dunne had a lot on their plate. They were at War Games. Pete Dunne was in that triple threat match. So he's selling a leg injury. Yet Adam Cole, who took a hellacious bump off the War Games cage. His ribs were taped up, his back, something like that, and had a fractured, real life fractured wrist. So obviously these two were injured. They were not at 100%, but for less than 15 minutes, it was less than a 15-minute match. Again, could have gone a little bit more. I kind of wish a little bit longer. They had a lot of time spare, but I'll get into two matches in particular that deserved more time. I'll get to those in a sec. But they had called Pete Dunne. And first, the first few minutes, the crowd was a little bit kind of quiet. They were sitting down. But then they really got the crowd over. They were hitting each other with big moves, the X-plexes. They had the last shot. They were hitting Pama Sunrises on the apron. That looked sick. Counters, among counters, and near falls. It was great. And the crowd was behind this match 24/7. And I love the finish of this match. Pete Dunne going up. He looked like he was about to hit the bare end. But then Adam Cole countered it into a Canadian Destroyer. A standing Canadian Destroyer in the middle of the ring. Pete Dunne landed on his knees. And Adam Cole pulled out his knee pad. And he went for the last shot to the back of the skull. Very similar way how he beat Daniel Bryan. And he pinned him clean. No Undisputed Era. No outside interference. Nothing. Adam Cole pinned Pete Dunne in his first WWE pay-per-view. He retained his championship. I will say this. Adam Cole is a heel, but he's been getting some clean victories of late. They have been making Adam Cole look like a star, and I got to give credit. Adam Cole's been a great champion thus far, and he's been having a great year thus far. Matches with Johnny Gargano. He recently just had his match with Matt Riddle, which was a takeover quality on NXT. He had a very good match with Jordan. Sorry, we can't call him that ACH now. Yeah, that guy. He had a match here with at War Games. I thought great. And he had another great match here with Daniel Bryan, and he had another great match here. In my opinion, I think this might have been match of the night for me. Again, that triple threat match was great, but honestly, I think this might have been match of the night. I just love the counters. I like the finishes. And I love how they won the crowd over so quickly. And I'm so proud of these two. I'm proud of NXT. And everybody in that back should be happy that these two gave everything they had within the time limits that they had, and they knocked out. So you got to give both these guys credit. They tore the house down, in my opinion. But again, everybody's opinions are going to be different because there's a few matches that were awesome in this match. But my personal opinion, I think this was match of the night. This was an awesome match, and congrats to both men. Cole retains, which is the right outcome. Next, we need Bray Wyatt versus Daniel Bryan. Here's what I'm going to say to me. There are two mega problems with this match. First of all, this match was not bad. This was a really good match. I'm not going to take that away from Bryan or The Fiend. They work well together. I've always said, even Daniel Bryan, Bray Wyatt, you've heard guys like Saw Monster, Deluxe, everybody says this. Bray Wyatt's best singles match was with Daniel Bryan at the Royal Rumble years ago. At 2014, I believe it was. 2014? Yeah, it was in 2014, Royal Rumble 14. And Daniel Bryan here, gimmicks aside, they still know they can work a good match. My two problems with this match. One, it was way too short. I think it should have gone at least an extra 5, maybe 8 minutes at most. Should have gone a little bit longer. And then two, I'm going to say this very nicely to WWE. I'm going to tweet this. I'm going to say this very nicely. WWE, please get rid of that red lighting. It's distracting. I can barely see anything what's going on. It doesn't work. I appreciate you trying something new with Bray Wyatt. I understand you're trying to do something different, and I commend you for that. But unfortunately, it just doesn't work. I was at your Hell in a Cell show, live with that red line. It was distracting. I encourage you, please, no more of the red line. And that's the next way I can say no more red line. I could come out here, rant, and be Mr. Bitch, but you know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm going to try to be very nice and gentleman-like, like a human being, and say, please, just no more red lights for Bray Wyatt's matches. Please, can we just go to just the regular lighting? Because there's kind of just red light. It's just distracting. It hurts my eyes, and it's just a big distraction from the match. It really is. You can barely see anything what's going on. I mean, think about it. If the whole point is just to make the lights red, you might as well just make Bray Wyatt's outfit completely red and mask red. Because what's the point of having him look unique as the way he is if you're just going to make everything red? So Bray dominated first portion of the match, and then Brian make a comeback. Got the right knee in, he hit some kicks, and he did the yes chant. So it looks like he's bringing back the yes chant, and Brian went for a second right knee. But Wyatt caught him. He caught him with the mandible claw, and he pinned him with it. So Bray Wyatt, I figured that would happen. But the question remains, do they continue this feud? Do they have a rematch at TLC possibly? It's possible with maybe the TLC stipulation. Possibly they could do that. Or maybe a liar match stipulation, something like that. I could see them doing a stipulation match, maybe like TLC match or something. Because more likely Brock Lesnar's not going to be there. TLC defense, WWE Championship. So you have a Universal Championship, a Bray Wyatt, and you can continue this feud with Daniel Bryan. I would not complain. Just as long as they get rid of the red lighting and they make that match a lot longer, I'm all for it. So, like I said, I thought this was good. Again, my biggest cry is way too short, in my opinion. And then the red line, it should go away. The red line does not work. Get rid of the red line. I appreciate you trying something different, but it doesn't work. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. Then we have the 5-on-5-on-5 Men Survivor Series match. Team SmackDown consists of Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, King Corbin, Mustafa Ali. Yes, they're calling Mustafa Ali. Thank God. It only took them a long time to finally get his name right. And Chad Gable, I'm not calling by his other name. Hell with that. Take on Team Raw. Twitter Slayer, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Brandon, Captain Asshole, Brandon, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and Ricochet. And take on Team NXT. And it was Tommaso Ciampa, the team captain, with Damian Priest, Matt Riddle, Keith Lee, and Walter, the United Kingdom champion. Here's one of the biggest problems I have with this match. And maybe it's because there's too many men in the match to kind of try to get as much people out. But they did what they usually do with the women's matches. Now, with the women, I didn't mention this, with the women, they didn't do elimination almost like immediately. They had some breaks in between. With the men's match, it was the minute the first elimination happened, it was almost immediately elimination. During, I think, the middle of the match, Brandon went to the restroom. He had to use the restroom. And when he came back, 4 people were already eliminated in the span of like 4 or 5 minutes. I never liked this constant eliminations immediately and just start eliminating people left and right. So we're going to go to what happened. So Walter was eliminated by Drew McIntyre. That pissed everybody off. And Brad and I were shocked. We didn't expect Walter to be the first to be pinned, let alone be the first one eliminated. And yeah, the crowd was pissed. They were pissed. They were trying bullshit. They were behind Walter. We had Chad Gable being eliminated by Kevin Owens, which I did like the little spots with Chad Gable and Matt Riddle. That was kind of fun. Chad Gable and Ricochet, those were fun. Just this whole other persona with Chad Gable outfit and the new name is fucking stupid. It's so bad. And it sucks. This guy is talented. This guy is an awesome talent. And all it takes is a gimmick and a name, and it just ruins everything. It really does. We had Kevin Owens get eliminated by Ciampa early on. So Kevin Owens was eliminated pretty quick. Damian Priest was basically almost immediately eliminated by Randy Orton. Randy Orton was eliminated by Matt Riddle with the World. That shocked me. Randy Orton was eliminated that quickly by Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle took a RKO and was pinned by Corbin afterwards. Strowman was eliminated by Kayla after McIntyre hit Claymore Kick on the outside. Ricochet was eliminated by King Corbin. Mustafa Ali was eliminated by Seth Rollins, which that pissed people off. Which, by the way, Seth Rollins did not get cheered. Wow. Years ago, Seth Rollins was a great player. He was a great face. Everybody loved him. But how ironic. All it takes is bad booking. And on top of that, his Twitter. All it takes is him to go on Twitter, he gets booed. I guess Punk was right. I guess the guy needs to just shut the fuck up and stop tweeting. Really, Rollins, it's not that hard. Stop tweeting. But I guess you're not man enough to actually do it because otherwise you'll be able to please your wife. Just saying. To make her happy. At least she's still over. So Mustafa Ali was from Chicago, and he got eliminated when Baron Corbin was distracted and they got into a fight. And Ali ended up getting pinned, which pissed everyone off because one, it's Rollins, and then two, Mustafa Ali was from Chicago, which I will give them this. Thank you, Chicago, for respecting Mustafa and giving the respect he deserves. That guy's way too talented. I still think that guy should be WWE champion soon. Drew McIntyre was eliminated by Roman Reigns. King Corbin eliminated by Ciampa, thanks to help from Roman Reigns because they're still feuding, they can't get along. Ciampa got eliminated by Rollins, so again, that was stupid, and people were pissed by it. So it came down to Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and surprisingly Keith Lee. Keith Lee was the only man representing. See, I did not expect this. I admit this. I would figure come to team captains left, but instead they gave the last minute to Keith Lee. This was Keith's moment of shine for 5 minutes in there with a 5-minute triple threat match. And he eliminated Rollins with his jackhammer power slam move. I don't know what it's called. He pins Rollins with it, and then from there on, it was him and Roman Reigns. Went back and forth. Keith Lee hits a big set power bomb, which was great. I go for a second rope moonsault, miss, and then got hit with a spear. Roman Reigns ends up winning. Is the sole survivor of SmackDown. Honestly, the crowd's not happy about it. They booed. They were mixed. It was a very mixed reaction, but they clearly want NXT to win. And I think NXT should have won, but then again, SmackDown needs some wins here. So Roman Reigns was the sole survivor, and then they fist bumped Keith Lee to show some respect. So again, besides the countless too many eliminations and some very ballsy moves in this match, I thought this match was a lot of fun. I'll admit that right now. It was a lot of fun. It was a fun match. A lot of cool spots there. A lot of cool interactions. Again, my only gripe was the quick eliminations. And then again, in my opinion, NXT should, but again, that's just me kind of just being NXT mark. So from this show on, I thought the show was great. I thought it was a lot of fun. It had some cool spots. It was just fun. Then the last 2 matches came on, and this is when the show went down. See, the other stuff had some big picks with it, but at least for matches' sake, they were fun. These last 2 matches, if these last 2 matches, or at least one of them, was at least good, this show could have been a lot higher up. Brock Lesnar versus Rey Mysterio, no holds barred match for WWE Championship. First of all, thank God this was not the main event. And 2, shame on me for thinking this was going to be a good match. Why is it that every time WWE does something right in terms of booking-wise, gets you excited for a match, especially when it comes to Lesnar, it's always a disappointment? Why do I always fall for this? Every time I watch a Brock Lesnar match, a certain match, I go, wow, I can't wait. And then the match happens. I immediately let down, and I feel like a freaking moron. The Rey Mysterio comes out dressed up as the Walking Phoenix Joker. The match is about to start with Lesnar, and Mysterio rolls out of the ring. He gets a lead pipe, tries to use it on Lesnar, but Lesnar escapes. Lesnar immediately takes control of some clotheslines, some Jerry suplexes, and at this point, Lesnar's just destroying the ring. It's pretty much a beatdown. But then we see Dominic come down the ring to try to throw in the towel. He doesn't want to see his father get beat up. He's going to talk with Lesnar, but after what he did on Raw weeks ago, you kind of know what's going to happen here. Brock's got a hold of Dominic. It looks like he's going to beat the Covenant until out of nowhere. Ray does something I don't think we've ever seen him do before. He low blows Brock Lesnar, grabs the pipe, starts beating Lesnar with it on the legs, arms, back. He just wailing on him. See Dominic. Oh, I'm sorry. He low blows Lesnar, then Dominic low blows Lesnar. And then Ray gets a pipe and starts beating up. Dominic gets a chair, starts beating the crap out of him. And they both, Dominic and Ray, do a simultaneous 619. Dominic gets on top, does a frog splash. Ray does a frog splash in tribute to A. Guerrero. They both cover him. 1, 2, I'll admit this right now. I thought for sure that was the ending. I thought that was genius. They actually had me. I will admit that right now. They had me there. They had me ending. But it looked like Dominic was about to go for something. Lesnar, German suplexes Dominic out. Ray jumps on Lesnar. It's caught with that 5, 1, 2, 3. 7 minutes. This had potential. I'm going to say this had potential to be an awesome match and could have been the main event. But what I saw here, I'm kind of glad it wasn't the main event, but at the same time, the main event itself was its own way. This match was way too short. I kind of wish they did more. I was expecting a lot more from this match, and unfortunately, they didn't. Lesnar just hits that 5, and that's it. That was it. It didn't do anything for me. I mean, the surprise factor of Ray almost winning the title was cool. I made that coming, but other than that, nothing really got me invested. Lesnar destroyed Ray for a good few minutes, and then once Dominic got involved, Ray took control. But then after that, it was F5, and that was it. It was the basic Lesnar match that is usually happens, except for the Rollins match. It was usually first half of the match, Lesnar dominates. Second half, Ray, their opponent takes control. And then 1 F5, that's it. Why do I always say stuff like when I'm looking for a Lesnar match, it's always disappointing? Why is that? Why do I keep getting myself into this? God, I am an idiot. Shame on me. That's it. Just shame. I mean, this was a letdown. Then we get to the main event. Shayna Baszler, the NXT Women's Champion Becky Lynch, the Raw Women's Champion taking on Bayley, the SmackDown Women's Champion. First of all, this was one of the higher build matches. I'll admit this right now. I said this. This could have easily been a night. I'll admit that right now. I was looking for this match. It was unique. I did not expect this match to be the main event. I will say that right now. But they trusted the women's event. I'll give them credit. They try to do something different. But here's the thing. The crowd was dead. For some reason, the crowd was just not into it. I don't know if the match itself was just boring. I don't know if the crowd was just dead after the last match. I don't know. Something about this match just was not clicking. The women did their best, but here's the thing. It just, even I was like, this is a lot slower than it was going to be. And it wasn't even Shayna Baszler's fault. It wasn't like Shayna was slowing the match down. Even Becky and Bayley, when they were in there, they slowed the match down, but it just, something was off about it. Again, I don't know if the crowd was just tired after the last few matches and they were kind of tired out. But something about this match, and I don't think this match was that bad. A lot of people might say this match was flat out garbage. I don't think it was. I think Brock and Ray was the worst match of the night. But this match was definitely not main event worth it. I'll say that right now. The best I could give it was average at best. They did the best they could, but Shayna Baszler ended up retaining the championship, which again, one hand, I was kind of not surprised. The other, I was. I figured maybe they give the victory with Bailey, the whole story with her, being overlooked. But then again, Shayna Baszler ended up winning, so they keep her a strong champion. She choked out Bailey. And what happens? She celebrates on the table, and Becky Lynch throws a hissy fit. She acts like a sore loser, assaults the poor woman for winning clean. Fair game. Sorry, Becky. I love you to death, but you did not look cool. You look like a complete sore loser. You're not even a heel. It's like when Roman Reigns nearly tried to kill Strowman because Roman Reigns made one mistake and Braun Strowman ended up winning that ambulance match. What was it? Great Balls of Fire, I think it was. Thank God that pay-per-view doesn't exist. And what happened when Roman lost clean and made that mistake? He tried to murder a man. And Becky Lynch stood up tall, but here's the thing. And then they ended strong. They won the brand supremacy, which obviously a lot of people like some Muscle Talks will say it means nothing. Which, to a certain degree, yes, you're right, because what are they really doing? But at the end of the day, the one thing that I want to happen more is that they make NXT win overall. And they did. They had NXT win the entire brand supremacy, the entire show. It was 1 for Raw, 4 from NXT, 2 from SmackDown. NXT won. That's all that mattered. The NXT looked strong in this entire show, and that's what mattered. They didn't get buried. They actually dominated. Actually, it's so long time since we've seen Raw get destroyed like that. I don't remember the last time Raw got buried like that. And SmackDown only got 2 points. But NXT destroyed everybody. They basically destroyed everybody. They were the favorites. The crowd loved them. Rightfully so, because NXT is the A show, in my opinion. You're not going to change that. So really, that was fun. The last 2 matches, though, unfortunately, held it back from being a nearly awesome show. But again, with 7 matches, again, 5 out of the 7 matches, and I say even the main event I thought was average. I don't think the main event was that bad. But just as a main event, it just should not have been the main event. Honestly, maybe it should have been the 5-on-5-on-5-man Survivor Series match. I mean, that was a lot of fun. It was supposed that the crowd was into it. The Brock and Rey Mysterio match could be in the main event if it was actually more competitive and it was 100 times longer. I think that would have been a bigger main event. But they again went with a triple threat women's match, and I give them credit. They tried to do something new, but unfortunately, it didn't work. Or at least it didn't work the way they wanted to be. But at the end of the day, NXT ended up winning. And I think that's all that matters. At the show, it was fun. Again, it was just those last 2 matches mainly that kind of made it go down a little ways. Yeah, the other matches again, Bean Bray Wyatt, Daniel Bryan. I thought it was good. Problem was, it was way too short, and that red line is just way too distracting. The men's Survivors, I thought was, but there was some questionable stuff, eliminations I didn't agree with. And I didn't like the constant elimination after elimination after elimination. I thought the women's match was fine for what it was. It was fun. The triple threat was a great match. I thought Adam Cole, Pete Dunne, in my opinion, stole the show. Again, Fiend and Daniel Bryan, I thought was good. But again, too short. And the red line needs to go. This 5-on-5-on-5 men's Survivor Series was a lot of fun too, except for the multiple eliminations. Brock and Rey was a big letdown. In my opinion, that was the worst match of the night. Some people might disagree. And the women's match was just not main event worthy. It was average at best, just not main event worthy. Put that maybe in the middle of the show, it might have had better reception, but it didn't need to be the main event. And I think because it was the main event, it kind of suffered for it after the last few matches we saw. So, we got a few questions, a few commenters here. So, Harry Flynn, Flynn 14. Hi, President. Hey, man, how you doing? Ricky Roma, formerly known as Fafa Fuli. President, you're doing some good reviews. Get the good work. Thank you so much. Anime Mania 500. What's up, President? Hey, man, how you doing? I'm ready to have an NXT 1. Felt Raw, NXT deserved that win. Yes, I agree. And they made a strong impression, so good job on them. You might as well call Seth the Tweet Slayer because this guy can't stop fucking tweeting, for God's sake. Yeah, everyone was calling her I think it was actually Saw Monster that called him the Tweet Slayer. So all credit goes to Saw Monster. So Tweet Slayer, I like that. And we're just gonna call Tweet Slayer. Will Ferrell won it. Scott Casey Gale. Me and Jack had a blast of surprises, good seats, and awesome crowd. The guys selling drink star lemonade chant. Those guys were actually at the show. I didn't know you guys were at the show. Well, if that's the case, I don't know if Jack was watching this or he is watching. Tell him I hope you guys enjoy yourselves. You guys seem to have a fun time. So I'm glad you have a fun time. And yeah, I'm glad to hear from you, man. So like I said, besides a few nitpicks on the first 5 matches, and then the last 2 matches either just being disappointments or just below average. Also, those were a really fun pay-per-view. Again, if those 2 matches would have just been different, if this women's match was probably maybe placed in the middle of the card and made it more impactful things, and the Brock and Rey Mysterio had more time on it, they did a lot more, feel more like an old spar, more like a competitive match. This could have been awesome. This could easily have been a pay-per-view of the year. It might be still. I don't really think about it because right now it's a toss-up with Extreme Rules, SummerSlam, and this show. Again, some people thought SummerSlam was just average. I thought it was a lot better, and a lot of people are giving it credit for. I think they're really underestimating that pay-per-view a lot. But I thought Extreme Rules was very good this year. But then this show was a lot of fun this year. Again, I had a lot of nitpicks, and I had a few problems with the 2 main events or 2 co-main events. But overall, I left happy. I wasn't angry. I wasn't throwing shit or ground. That's one thing. So overall, I thought I'd probably get this an 8 out of 10. I did think War Games was definitely still better slightly than this show. But I give this a show a solid 8 out of 10. I thought this was a good effort. Again, if they would just fix at least the last 2 matches, made those matches a lot better, especially the Ray and Brock Lesnar match. Even though the Brock and Rey Mysterio match was excellent, if they just made that match excellent and they did the rest of everything else there, this probably would have been an 8.5, maybe even 9 out of 10. I give it a 6 out of 10. I thought this was still a fun show. So WWE, congratulations. You actually did another rare good show. You should be proud of yourselves. So other than that, thank you so much for watching this video. Comment down below. Tell me, what was your match tonight? What did you think about this show? Again, there will not be any more Wednesday Night War shows. I'm going to skip that. Turn to Q&As. I don't know when the next Q&A will be. We'll have to wait and see what happens. I know we got Thanksgiving coming up. We have a Black Friday coming up. So I don't know. I'll definitely not be doing any of those days. So it's going to be very interesting. I'll try to do a Q&A. Maybe Brad and I can do a Q&A together. But I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Have a good night. Take care, all my peeps. See you guys next time.